Hey guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now, this is What If Deku had ice quirk called Jack Frost, part 23. As the Hero Suppressed Task Force, with the help of the heroes, finally gained control of Hosu City after they eradicated the rest of the Nomu. As a few hours has passed, as Izuku finally wakes up as he finally gains consciousness. I totally messed that up, but yeah, that's what happening. As Izuku opens his eyes, as he tries to sit up, as he's trying to get the cobwebs out of his head, as the lights in the room are blaring very brightly, as his hearing is out of whack, as he has a major migraine, as his body aches all over. As the door opens, as you have Momo and Shota, because they were going to get some food to come back to the room to to stay close to Midoriya if he woke up. As Momo and Shota put the kind of drop the tray as they rush over to Izuku. As Momo and Shota hug Izuku, as they were quite scared that Izuku was hurt. Well, in a hospital, he's not really hurt. As Momo and Shota's like, you scared us half to death. As we're glad you're all right, but don't you ever use something like that again. I know full well what that is. That your soldiers keep the Hero Suppressed Task Force been referring to the last resort. Many of my father's employees has been caught using cork boosters before. It's quite addictive. I do not want you to go through that. Listen, Izuku. Shota, sits next to him on the bed. I understand why you took it, but that doesn't mean I like it. And I don't want you ever to put your health in risk just to win a fight. Promise me, promise both of us that you won't use them anymore. As he said, fine, I understand, girls. I won't. I will no longer use the last resort. I promise. So Shota, what's the news? What's going on outside? Oh yeah, because of the Hero Suppressed Task Force appearance, they are working with the heroes and they're suppressing all the creatures they I think they start calling them Nomu. I think that's what that guy said in USJ attack. It was a Nomu. They've been suppressing these Nomu and capturing the ones that they can to study more. They haven't really relied any other information about it or what are these are they even people or is this some sort of twisted science experiment? My dad's on edge, especially when he was weird. When I talked to him, he was shaky. Something happened. I don't think it had something to do with the attack. Something totally different. I'm not sure. Dad's not talking. As they get a knock on the door, as Momo opens it, Lilith, come in. Thank you, dear. I'm here. This is not a social call, unfortunately. But before we begin, Izuku, how are you doing? I'm fine, Aunt. Good. As the girls are about to leave, no, girls, you can stay. You'll find out tomorrow, anyways. because of recent events, the agency can no longer ignore the villains. So from tomorrow on, you are on active duty. As Izuku's like, but what about school, UA? Don't worry. Nezu wants you to attend all the major activities such as the tests and other school major hero activities you have to do. But outside of that, you are to remain on security duty on UA's grounds. Mia and Nezu agreed upon this. This is the best course of action. We will have, sorry, we will have people on UA campus patrolling the area to no make sure no villains get any smart ideas. And we'll inform you tomorrow of what's going on. I take it this is an order? Yes. Yes, Izuku. Very well, Director. I will abide by it. It's the best course of action that I could think of at the moment. So I have no quarrel with it. I knew something like this was going to happen eventually if the villains became too much of a threat. After today, they need to be put down. As the doctor comes in, I was informed that you're awake. I come to check. I'm just here to check on you. See, everything's all right. As they give Izuku a checkup, as everything's fine on health wise, and your quirk is a bit haywire at the moment. You should be able to fully use your quirk by tomorrow. We already we already we sorry we already counteract the booster in your system, so it should be flushed out by your system by tomorrow. Thank you, Doctor. As the doctor speaks to Lilith, the director, Director, ma'am, can I speak freely? Go ahead. We should ban those. Those are way too dangerous. Agent Jack Frost got lucky. And if a situation like that occur, it not be so lucky next time. Your opinion's noted. I'll put it under advisement. Thank you, Director. As the doctor goes off, as we cut to the next day, as Izuku walks into the lunchroom, as he's in full Hero Suppressed Task Force attire, uniform and all. As everyone noticed when I got up this morning, there is a the campus is filled with a lot of Hero Suppressed Task Force on campus. As they're becoming, they their responsibility to take over security, because apparently whatever they were doing, Nezu can't. Sorry, whatever Nezu was doing, it's not working. So he had to call in the Hero Suppressed Task Force to toughen up security. As Izuku walks in the lunchroom, as he does get some looks, because he's decked out in, you know, he's on the clock. As he's on his lunch break. By chance, his lunch break is, when Class 1A took his lunch. As he sees Momo and Shota, as he walks over there and sits down. next to the two. Sorry, guys. So Shota and Momo, how's your day been so far? As they're like, class has been boring. It's not the same it's not the same without you. I know, but I have duties I must attend to. But at least we have this time. And you'll be seeing me here in your class sometime after lunch. As they're like, what do you mean, Izuku? I can't say. I've been ordered not to relieve any information. As Kindle comes over there to, give them a heads up that their test is going to be, but she's wrong. So that's our test. That's the same as interests them. As Kindle walks away, as Izuku's like, nope, she's wrong. And it's like, what? That's not the test. That's not what's going to happen. She got the wrong information. Most likely Nezu to confuse the the smarter people. Look at it logically, Momo and Shota. Class 1A has been fighting real villains. So, what do you think Nezu would do for a test for such students? As no, now they're getting scared. It's like, whatever it is, you girls will do fine. As they go back to, the classroom, as Azawa sees Izuku, and she's like, it's nice to see you in class again. Sorry for my harassment. Sorry for my disappearance. I'm on I'm on duty right now. Very well. Please stand over there. As a lot of the kids are confused why like Bakugou's like why is the frosty brat or the frosty douche in a uniform, and a lot of them are. So is Ida. It's like that's not school proper attire. It's not good to imposter sorry give me a second. I totally forgot the word how to say it because I'm slow today apparently. Impersonate a military organization given given they're very shady, apparently, what my brother's been telling me. Class, shut up. Like, as I was like, class, shut the fuck up and listen to what I have to say. As you know, the Hero Suppress Task Force has been on heavy on the campus because of prior villain attacks. But we'll get into that in a later date. But today we will be doing a test, a written portion, and a hero versus villains. It's going to be the test will be in 6 days. I suggest you study hard and prepare for the combat portion. You will be the combat portion of the test will be students versus heroes. Now, I know you have a lot of questions saying, that's not fair, it's not like the other tests we had before, prior years. But because this class has been fighting villains so frequently, the old test is just not going to cut it. It's just not going to slide in my classroom. I expect the best. So far, I'm going to give you the best. And for Izuku's attire, he is still a student of UA, but he's on active duty on the Hero Suppress Task Force. He is one of their agents. Apparently, what I've been told, he's been with that organization for a while. He will be still doing the test by Nezu's order, but beyond that, he will be running his duties when he's not engaged in school activities. That's it. That's all I have to say. The rest is up to you. As Izawa walks off, as everyone, rush Izuku, as they're asking like questions about it. As he's like, classified, classified. Definitely not telling you. I don't like you, so it's special classified for you, Four Eyes. It was Ida. As the air gets cold, as you have Shota, as she's like, hands off. As they back off. As like, come on, Izuku. As they rush off. As sorry. As they go back to Izuku's room. As they do things in there. As Izuku has a good time. So enough said on that part. As we time skip to the start of the test. The hero versus students. As they explain the exams, as they, pair off the people, as they pair off everyone in canon, especially with, Momo and Shota, because, they're both girls in this one. Yeah, well, at least Shota is, so, normally, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's get down to it. As when their time comes to, take on Azawa, they do extremely well because they've already been, they've established teamwork before. So and they have trained together as a team. If they're ever in a situation where they have to team up when they're sorry, as they knew that in some situations the heroes are teamed up, so they thought it was a smart idea. Well, Momo thought it was a smart idea to establish teamwork and work on their performance when they're on duty. As Izuku walked over to Bakugou, hey Bakugou, we need to come up with a plan. It's like, I'm not teaming up with you, loser. As, he has something behind his back. As Bakugou's like, what's behind your back? Don't try anything fishy. Snowflake. As Izuku smiles. What, this? As Bakugou's eyes widen, as it's a book, as he's like, where did you get that? That can't be the newest novel, the newest release. As they're no one's they're separated. They're in their own separate little room. No one's with them. A little birdie told me you're quite a fan of this series and genre. Here's the deal, Bakugo. Work with me here, and I'll give this to you. Izuku's holding up a romance novel, as Bakugo has been well known to like that sort of books. For some reason he likes to hide this shit. So so as he's like, fine, deal. As Bakugo goes, but you tell anyone about this, I'll kill you. Secret safe with me, Bakugo. As Bakugo's like, how did you know I was in? But how did you know? Trust me, Bakugo. I have my ways. As long as you work with me on this, your secret will be kept safe, and you get a new, book out of it. So, it's a fair trade. It's like, whatever. So, what's the plan? As you know, there's only two ways to do this: fight head on, and considering we're fighting All Might, we gotta be careful in this. So the plan has two phases. I figured, give you, what you really want. Head, spar off with All Might to gauge his abilities, because I kind of want to fight All Might again. As Bucker goes, what? Oh, nothing, Bakugou. My, thinking out loud. As he's just like, yeah, I want to fight him again. As while I have his attention, when you had your fill of fighting All Might, I'll keep attention on me while you go for the win. As their test begins, and everyone else gets cannon, as they get, sorry, everyone else does what they did in canon results, so I'm not worried about them right now. I'm worried about this. As Bakugou and Easy Girl walking to the start of the test. So, where's All Might? As Bakugou's like impatient. As Bakugou gets sucked across the field, as all you hear is Dread, I am here. Death. He's like, you see, I sorry, he's like, Dread, I am here. As he just screams out, Death Might. Today I am not a hero. Today I'm a villain. As he's playing the villain role, I was like, well, All Might's definitely playing the villain, right? Oddly, he's too good at that. And he even came up with a nifty name. Well, this is going to be fun. As All Might goes into charge to Izuku, as he goes in for a smash, as Izuku turn on his full cowling, as he jumps out of the way, as the ricochet of sorry, I said that way too many times, but the ricochet from the wind pressure knocks him off his course as Izuku goes flying into a building. As Bakugou comes from behind All Might after from getting up and shoots the explosion right at the back of his head. As All Might laughs, he's like, haha, hero, you're gonna have to do a lot better than that to hurt me. As he grabs Bakugou by the face, as he throws him into the same building Izuku was tossed into or got shot into. As they're in the building next to each other, as he's like, Bakugou turns over to Izuku. Great plan, genius. What now? What now is run. As All Might comes bursting through the wall. It's like, you can't hide from me, heroes. As Izuku shoots ice, several ice, sorry, as several ice spikes come, he, basically what he did, like Todoroki does, flash freeze that whole area, as All Might's cover, he's inside the ice. As Izuku's like, come on, we need to go faster, Bakugou. As All Might breaks out of the ice and rushes over there. As Bakugou turns around, unpins his gauntlet, as he unleashes his blast, as he grabs Izuku by the collar, as he goes, he's shooting his core, he's shooting his Halister impact to get him boost more into, to make him go faster as they rush through the finish line. As All Might, he's steaming as he gives them a thumbs up as he walks off as he deflates. All Might in his Skull Might form hiding as he's like, well done, boys. Izuku, you even got that hot-headed Bakugou kid to work with you. You have a bright future indeed. As, he goes off to get away from the area. As everyone rushed over him, as all the suppressed task force knows that Izuku wasn't, trying to take him out. Izuku could have, done a lot more if he wanted to. This wasn't all about winning the exam. This was about forcing Bakugou to use teamwork. As Bakugou walks up to Izuku with As he sees Izuku with his two girlfriends on each hand, as he's like, "Listen here, um, Frosty, you're not all bad. We are a good team. Maybe in the future, I might team up with you again. Sucks that we didn't, beat All Might. But what do you expect? He's the number one hero for a reason. But I'll surpass him and you. Thus you wait." Midoriya, as he walks off, as Shota and Momo look at Izuku. "Oh, you got yourself a rival." "I don't want to hear that. No, there is no rivalry between me and that hothead." "Well, I'm sorry to say it to you, dear, but it kind of looks that way." After Momo, like plainly see it, because when that Koski guy gets a thing in his head, he doesn't let it go. So he apparently thinks you as a rival. So you got yourself a rival. She pats him on the back. "Diablo is bad enough. Now I gotta worry about the blondie too." This is all. Midoriya, can you speak to me before you leave? Yes, Sensei. As Izuku walks over, as he gets into a military stance. Yes, yes, Mister Eraserhead. You don't need to be so formal, Izuku. Come on, walk with me. I know the Heroes Task Force. It, people see it as a shady organization, but it does good work. I might not agree with the methods you guys take, but I do understand it. Some villains need to be put down. That's that's unavoidable, Izuku. But you did good today. Don't know how you did it, but you got that troubled child able to actually work with someone else. I'm not going to butt in how you did it, because I expect it's most likely blackmail, knowing you. You're smart, a little too smart, but you're good people. You're Inko's son, so I know you're good people. As Ezekiel's like, "You know my mom? Yeah, me and her, we're friends. We go way back. I was even at their wedding. I was even at your birth. Well, outside waiting like the rest of the non-family members, but I was there nonetheless. And when I heard what happened, I knew you weren't responsible for what happened with the drama that happened a few years ago. But instead of giving in, you pulled through and came out stronger for it. I have a lot of respect for that. And I do know that All Might has passed on his gift to you. As he tilts it, so you know about that. Don't worry, I'm part of the inner circle, so I know quite a bit. I expect you're going to be needed in the future. And the Hero Suppressed Task Force is a vital key. I know things are changing. The way the hero system is, it does is good, but it does have its problems. I think the Hero Suppressed Task Force is a good thing to keep some of these heroes in line. You know from experience, most of all, because I've been told you've been on the field for quite a while. Yes, sir. Thank you. I do appreciate it. I do hold a lot of respect for. I show a lot of. I sorry. I have a lot of respect for you as a hero. Your quirk is nothing flashy. Thus, you're not saying your quirk is not powerful. It's very powerful. It would be perfect. That type of quirk would be a perfect for Agent in the agency, but I'm not here to, try to recruit you. My mothers probably already have. No, sorry. If they haven't tried to approach you by now, they most likely, can't. And it's just like, yeah, the one you called director, I believe. She came to me a while back ago, tried to get me to join their little agency, but I was my loyalty is with Nezu. As he's like, you know that Nezu's the one that runs it, right? As he's like, I know, but it's the thing is, as he's like, it's different. Yeah, I know it's run. I know it's it's controlled by Nezu, but I prefer to stick close to him. It's like very well, understood, sir. I was only just suggesting that your quirk would be good in that in that I totally forgot what I was going to say. In that shit in that situation. Is there anything else, sir? No. I think that's enough for now. Oh, and don't spread it around, but we will be doing a I will be explaining it in probably in the next couple days, but we will be doing a training camp. I forgot to mention it during the announcement when I announced the test that you just completed. My apologies, Izuku. It slipped my mind. I haven't been getting good sleep, so I'll be forming a class tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. And we'll also be having the Heroes for Pest Task Force heavily at the training camp because we will be out and open. If I was a villain, that would be an ideal attack. I agree, Nezu. Not Nezu. I'm sorry. Eraserhead, Azawa. That's a perfect chance for the villain to strike. Knowing that crazy bastard, it's a guarantee. But what I want to know why they want if they do attack, I don't know why the reason would be. I mean, yeah, they could just simply attack to kill us, but Diablo doesn't work like that. There's always there's always a reason why he acts. With my experience with him, all I'm suggesting is just be on guard, Eraserhead. Please excuse me, sir. I have to get back to my duties. As Izuku walks off to continue the rest of his duties before he has to go back, as he's done for the day. As we're gonna stop it there. That's a good stop. That's a good spot to leave it off. Hope you guys have a awesome night and day, judging by time stamps. I'll see you in the next video.